Good evening, everyone. Namaste. Pardon me while I look over some to the right. This is my first night back, so just kind of watching things to make sure all the technical things are working properly. So it's great to be back. Welcome, everyone. It's been quite a while since I've taught classes, shared any of these teachings online. As we don't need to go into the details of all that was 2020, but I started doing quite a bit of classes as the pandemic started. Did those for a few months and stopped doing them and got into a little funk myself. So I stopped teaching, stopped doing some of this stuff myself, but I am excited for all that is 2021, all that will be 2021. We've learned a lot through what we went through in 2020, what we continue to go through. But as I said, I'm quite excited for 2021. I had to, when I first started planning this, typically I do have classes on Wednesday nights. So I had to pick a Wednesday night to start, to kick off this session. And I could think of no better day than January 20th, 2021, a day so many of us have been looking forward to for quite some time. A nice full breath, releasing all the stress, all the tension. So thanks again for joining me. This is kicking off what I'm calling a new journey. It is a new class, but I want it to be, I think that it will be, I hope that it will be, I trust that it will be much more than just another Tai Chi class. This is the first time I've included the word divine in any of my class names, Tai Chi Divine Studies. That is because I'm going to consistently incorporate spiritual text into the curriculum as we move through. You know, as we've seen so many courses and teachings out there, so many online courses, so many things that say they help the mind, body, and spirit. And they have teachings which help you to relax, help to work on your body. And then the spirit part of that, the spiritual part, the work on the spirit is just supposed to happen through that. And that's what I've done before myself, studying under my teacher, Master Jeff Guffrey. We did the Tai Chi Qigong meditation in class, in group classes. The spiritual study was relegated to almost like a higher level class, and it was when we met for private lessons. What I'll be sharing and integrating is some of that format, some of how we studied, some of how we contemplated the spiritual nature of things in our private lessons. So I'm really excited to try this out, to see where it leads. It's something that I'm trying to get myself, my ego, my controlling nature out of the way and just let things happen. To use that often used spiritual term, surrender. I want to surrender and see where this curriculum leads. I'm really excited about it. A little bit about tonight. Tonight should be around 2 hours. It's a long session, but I'm including, there's 3 major sections. The first is the Neigong meditation. Neigong is the inwards training. We'll go into that a little bit later. The second portion is the Qigong. Some of this Qigong, if you've followed along before on Facebook or on YouTube or in classes, of course, you've seen a lot of this Qigong before. And then the third portion is the Tai Chi. I'll be going through some Tai Chi, some preliminary skills, some pushing hands. This is the most basic form of Tai Chi. So we have those 3 main sections. I'll be taking about a 5-minute break in between each section so it's not so overwhelming, and we can take a break and go to the bathroom, get a sip of water, stuff like that. And I'll be checking all my technical stuff too. I don't want to get an hour and a half down the road and realize that at 1 hour we had an issue. So the best thing you can do tonight is relax, listen to my words, feel how those words arrive in your body, feel how they interact with your physical self, your mental self, and your spiritual self. At the end of this session, I'll talk more about the class format, the class structure going forward, and the pricing and all that. It can get complex, and I've made it as simple as possible. No multi-levels, no different, just all kind of different crazy stuff. It's very simple for what I think is an incredibly low price, the lowest price I've ever done. And this is to help as many people as I can. This is a great time of need. And I'm trying to share this with as many people as possible. But I'll talk more about that at the end in a couple hours, I guess. So one final note before I start our meditation session, our Neigong session. This is an important concept, an important thing to consider. When you're doing a class like this, when you're attempting to learn these types of deep, profound teachings, the first thing you should do is honor yourself. Honor yourself for showing up, for trying to do this. And you do that through removing all your distractions as much as you can anyways. If you're on a computer, close down all your other windows. Lord knows your computer and in life. Lord knows we all have too many windows open. We have too much stuff going on. If you have something else playing on the TV or something else going on, you are not going to be able to consume or even get much more than a taste of what is being offered here. And know that these words you're hearing, these are not my words. These are words that have been passed down from ancient masters for generations. They've survived many different governments, many different oppressive regimes in China. These have stood the test of time. So honor these teachings, honor these ancient masters that shared this with us. If you do that, if you commit to focusing in the here and the now, on the present moment, that's when the magic can happen. That's when just powerful stuff happens. I've seen it in my classes. I've felt it myself over the years. You never quite know when it's going to happen. It can happen any night, at any time. As long as you approach this humbly, with an open heart, and focusing as the best you can on the teachings as they come through. Okay? So, with that said, one more last. I'm going to, I have some notes here. I have a lot that I want to get to tonight, so I want to try to make sure that I don't miss anything. So you'll see me referring to some notes, looking at some notes down here. This is you might have saw this if you follow me on Facebook. My teacher, Master Guthrie, he was my master. I'm a disciple of his, and his master, Great Master Wong, is the originator of these specific teachings, Wu style Tai Chi Chuan. And Master Jeff was certified as a disciple from Master Wong to open a school and to share Master Wong's teachings in America. Master Jeff was the first, and I still believe the only, certified disciple of Master Wong in the United States. When Master Jeff was certified disciple, Master Wong created what I call a motto. He created a banner for our school here. And these are the Chinese characters, which represent kind of like the motto. I need to think of a better word. Motto seems a little It seems a little, I don't know, shallow. But anyways, these are very powerful Chinese characters. And I try to keep these in mind every class. Every time I teach this class, every time I go through this, I try to keep this in mind. This says, the translation is, when people assemble with a commitment to truth, the motion that ensues will generate good health to themselves and to the universe. When people assemble with a commitment to truth, I should have capitalized that, truth with a capital T. The motion that ensues will generate good health to themselves and to the universe. So keep that in mind. These teachings, what I'm sharing today, are quite precious and they're quite powerful. You won't hear me say that, you do these teachings, if you do this practice, your cancer is going to be cured overnight. So I'm never going to make silly, crazy promises like that. But I can tell you, if you approach these with an open heart, magic can happen within you, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Now, with that said, at the beginning of each session, I am going to ring this bell 3 times. This signifies the start of the session and kind of alerts us to drop down out of our mind into our heart. What I don't want you to do is really focus too much with your mind and try to figure out everything I'm saying, everything I'm doing. Let it land in your heart and you will know what to do with it. Okay? So let's get started. Now, the beginning of each section, I'm going to share a sacred text. Tonight will be the Tao Te Ching. This is the most directly related to the art of Tai Chi. It came from China a couple thousand years ago, 2,300 years ago, something like that, I think. I wanted to do, there's 81 verses. This is verse 16. So as I read these, again, don't focus on them with your mind. Keep your heart open and see how it lands in you. And then we'll keep this sacred text, this powerful text in mind as we move into the meditation. Verse 16. Become totally empty. Quiet the restlessness of the mind. Only then will you witness everything unfolding from emptiness. See all things flourish and dance, an endless variation. And once again, merge back into perfect emptiness, their true repose, their true nature. Emerging, flourishing, dissolving back again. This is the eternal process of return. Be still. Be still. Stillness reveals the secrets of eternity. Eternity embraces the all-possible. The all-possible leads to a vision of oneness. A vision of oneness brings about universal love. Universal love supports the great truth of nature. The great truth of nature is Tao. Whoever knows this truth lives forever. The body may perish, deeds may be forgotten, but those who have Tao, which is all of us, have all eternity. Now let's move into our Neigong. This is the golden light meditation. Neigong, Neigong. Those are the Chinese words. This translates as inwards training. So we're going inwards. This is not an exercise where we imagine being on a beach or out in outer space or anywhere away from where we are. This is a journey inwards to the seat, to our heart center. Now through this, we are going to utilize all of these arts. All of my teachings, they integrate traditional Chinese medicine, that's acupoints and energy channels. We're going to travel through, with our mind, various acupoints and energy channels. I encourage you again, don't listen too closely to the exact words. I may mention acupoint names. Those are not important right now, especially just beginning. Just do your best to follow along. Distractions will come. Your mind will get active. Just allow that to happen and then release and let it go. If your mind gets a little too distracted, what I want you to do is focus on your breath. Within this style of meditation, we use what's called an inwards breath, an abdominal breath. So as we breathe in, we imagine as if our abdomen is filling up with air, filling up. So as we breathe in, we feel our waist rise. As we breathe out, we feel our waist fall. So really, I encourage you, put your hands on your waist here. Some of us are in a little bit of denial, what's going on here. So really feel as you breathe in, let the air fall down into your abdomen and fill up your abdomen. Your waist rises. As you breathe out, your waist falls. Hands on your waist, feel your waist rise. Feel your waist fall. Very nice. So if you happen to get lost, if you get a little distracted, come back to the breath. This really helps to center ourselves, to bring our chi, our attention down into our heart, out of our mind. Now, having your thoughts in your mind is not a bad thing. You'll hear me, or at least I'll try. There is nothing that's good or bad. There's a time for that. If we're focusing on specific tasks, doing detail-oriented things, we need to use our mind. This is a time to give our mind a break. Lord knows our mind is racing, especially now we have these phones. Our mind is always doing something, and it's insatiable. It's constant. So use this time to give your mind a break and drop down into your heart. All right. So let's start with the soles of feet resting on the earth. Our palms rest on our thighs. Back feels straight and comfortable. We'll take one nice smooth breath. As we exhale, gradually let our eyes close. Now let's think of our waist. Think only of our waist. Relax every fiber of waist, so that we could feel our waist expand by nature as we breathe in. And we could feel our waist return by nature as we breathe out. Our waist is rising and falling without force. Our feelings become more calm and centered. Now let's gradually, slowly change our attention to the top center of head. Bai Hui acupoints. Feel as if we are suspended from the sky by a golden strand attached to the top center of head. Being suspended from the top, we cannot fall. And all of our joints could feel more loose, more open, more connected. Now let's feel and relax the center of forehead. Becomes more open. We could let go of pain and stress. Let this feeling of relaxation sink inwards and downwards behind the bridge of nose, entering the space between nose and mouth. Feel and relax our upper lip, upper teeth. Feeling and relaxing upper gums and upper palate. Soft and relaxed. Now in the same way, through space between mouth and chin, feel and relax our lower lip, lower teeth. Feeling, relaxing lower gums and lower jaw, soft and relaxed. Now for a moment, let's focus on our tongue. Let go, release any tension in our tongue. Let our tongue lightly rest on the upper palate, resting, relaxed. Now continue feeling and relaxing down underneath our chin, deeply into the base of throat. Progressing slowly downwards to the center of chest. Feel and relax our heart. Let our heart open, embracing all that is, all that was, and all that will ever be. Continuing slowly down. Feel and relax down through navel, the bottom of abdomen, underneath and back to the center between legs. Hui Yin acupoint. Soft and relaxed. And now from the base of spine, let our mind travel gradually upwards, feeling each vertebrae one by one, slowly up until we reach the back center of waist opposite our navel. Continue relaxing and expanding upwards Feel each vertebrae one by one. Feel the vertebrae expanding up and down at once, gradually, slowly up until we reach the base of our neck. Now at the base of our skull, let's really soften this area. Let any tension, any tightness simply fall away. Base of skull is soft and relaxed. Now feel and relax the back of our head as we return to the top center of head, always suspended from the sky above. Now as we breathe in, let our waist rise naturally and feel all down the front connected. As we breathe out, let our waist return naturally and feel all up the back connected. Breathing in all down the front connected. This followed naturally by breathing out all up the back, connected. Down the front, up the back, around and one continuous circulation. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Let us pause again as our attention returns to the top center of head. Bai Hui Acupoint. Let's imagine as if a single ray of golden light arrives from above. Top center of head is full of lights, full of vitality. Now as we breathe in, let's draw this healing golden light down into our body, deep into our abdomen. As we breathe out, let this light rise and return to the top of our head. Breathing in, filling the abdomen with healing golden light. As we breathe out, let this light travel through our arms to the palms of our hands. Breathing in, filling the abdomen with healing light. As we breathe out, let this light travel through our legs, down to the soles of our feet. Breathe in this healing light once more. This time as we breathe out, think all at once. Top of head, palms of hands, soles of feet. This healing golden light is flowing everywhere, nourishing every fiber, permeating our skin and our nerves, our muscles and our vessels. nourishing our organs and our glands. And then our blood and bones. Let this healing golden light penetrate deeply into the center of bones. Now, in this way, our mind and body are cooperating to heal and nourish every fiber, getting healthier together completely as one. And any remaining distracting thoughts can simply drift away like passing clouds. And we could remain in the world already refreshed and renewed. Once more, let's take a nice smooth breath, expanding. This time as we exhale, gradually let our eyes open. Now, let's think of our fingers, think of our toes. Feel and move our fingers and toes cooperating. Let's think of our wrists and our ankles. Feel and move our wrists and ankles cooperate. And then our elbows and our knees. Elbows and knees cooperate. Very nice. And the last pair, our shoulders and our hips. Shoulders and hips cooperate. Very nice. Palms return to your thighs. Wonderful. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. So that gives you a little taste of how we incorporate acupoints and energy channels in our training, in these teachings. These are very powerful modalities. In our class, in the ongoing session, Tai Chi Divine Studies, at the beginning of each class will be a meditation. You'll see the format as we go through. Everything starts with an idea. It starts with our mind. So we have ideas, feelings, and movements. So if you're thinking of a certain idea, a certain acupoint that stimulates vitality, flows vitality to that point. We start off without any motions, sitting still, to learn to help train our mind to be able to focus on certain things, on certain areas of the body. And then we do that same thing, we add a little bit of movement, and that's our Qigong. The Qigong will also incorporate acupoints and energy channels. And then, so we're challenging ourselves to add movement and to stay focused on the present moment. Not worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, what we didn't do yesterday, to be in the moment, be connected to ourselves. And then we give it a real challenge by adding the Tai Chi. The Tai Chi is the most complex of these three, and it's challenging ourselves even further, as much as we can, to stay in the moment within ourselves, And that's when the true power, when we're able to do that, that's when the true power, the true magic that I've talked about a couple of times tonight happens. Okay? So, excuse me, I hope you enjoyed that meditation. I'm going to take just a few minute break. I have to move the camera. The next portion, the Qigong will be standing up, so I need to move the camera. Nothing's going to turn off or anything. I'm going to switch to like a screensaver thing, the intro screen I had. I'm going to move the camera, get a sip of water, and then we'll resume with our Qigong. Okay, so I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Namaste. All right, let me see how this looks. I think I'll turn these lights up just a little bit. I think that's better. I'm experimenting with a few formats. So let's signal our return. This session, we're again. I'm gonna ring this bell. Let this be the signal for you to center, to drop down. As we start our Qigong, I'm going to share another verse from the Tao. A lot of the ancient masters say that all the secrets of the Tao, of Tai Chi, are in the Tao Te Ching. I didn't go into too much of a introduction. Tao is T-A-O, but it's said like a D, Tao Te Ching. I have many different versions. It's other than the Bible, it's the most widely translated book other than the Bible. And the Chinese characters are not words, they are concepts. So this was written 2,300 years ago, over 2,000 years ago. So you can have varying translations, and it's not a direct word-for-word translation. So I myself have about probably 10 or 11 versions. I've read through them all, contemplated them all, and some verses I like one version, and some from others. So let's go through verse 15 as we move into our Qigong set. The ancient masters were profound and subtle. Their wisdom was unfathomable. There is no way to describe it. All we can do is describe their appearance. So keep this in mind as we're moving through our Qigong. The ancient masters were careful as someone crossing an iced-over stream. They were alert as a warrior in enemy territory. Courteous as a guest. Fluid as melting ice. Shapeable as a block of wood. Receptive as a valley. Clear as a glass of water. Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving until the right action arises by itself? The master does not seek fulfillment, not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. So, Qigong. Gong is the word for training or invigorating or stimulating. Qi is our own natural vitality. So Qigong is training our Qi, stimulating our Qi, harvesting our Qi, nourishing our Qi, all that. The primary difference between Qigong and Tai Chi, they do some of the same things. Tai Chi is a martial art. It's a self-defense skill. Qigong is not necessarily a martial art. There are some Qigongs which have martial applications, but the Qigong is designed to do certain things with our inner vitality. It doesn't make one better than the other. Typically, Qigong is easier to learn. The movements are simpler, more straightforward. The Tai Chi is more complex. And some would say the ultimate, the apex, the ultimate martial art, combining Chinese medicine and self-defense skills. In this set, the Qigong, this is our complete body set. In this session, in this set, we're going to move every part of our body from head to toe. The number one thing I want you to think about or to note in this is to be gentle. Go easy on yourself, and that is both physically and mentally. Go easy on yourself. The phrase "no pain, no gain" is not used here. If we experience discomfort, if we experience pain as we move through any one of these exercises, don't do that exercise. You need to figure out what's going on. Your body is going to react in certain ways. If you have pain, take that exercise off. If you have back issues or neck issues where you know you can't move a certain way, don't do that exercise. Don't force yourself to go through these things. No force with anything. Now, that being said, we do want to gently challenge our body to begin to move fluidly. This set is designed to loosen up our body, to loosen up all of our joints, our major areas with the qi as it flows through. In Chinese medicine, one of the founding principles is that we have qi flowing through our body, and we have a healthy, balanced system. Our qi is flowing very naturally, very fluidly throughout our entire body. It can move wherever it needs to go. We start to get stiffness, we start to get inflammation, and then that qi stagnates or it slows down, it moves around a certain area. That's when we start to have problems, when our qi, when our systems get out of balance. So this particular set is designed to really help you to explore every part of your body. Parts of your body you probably haven't touched or haven't moved in quite a while. Now, the challenge with this is that you want to connect your mind to every part of your body. Some of these exercises are rather simple. They seem mundane, but they are specifically, specifically included to ensure that your mind is connecting to every part of your body, so you know what's going on. We want to be very mindful during these exercises to really focus on the present moment and whatever part of the body we're moving. Okay, so with that, let me go ahead. Let me get started. We're going to count on some of these. We're going to count, and we're going to count in Chinese for a little ambiance. So on the ones where we count, I say the count first, and then you repeat the count after me. So please do that at home. You don't have to do it loud, but at least say the number after I say it. That is designed to help you to continue breathing throughout the exercises. We have a tendency sometimes, especially when we're learning new things, to hold our breath. We stop breathing. Anything that stops like that stagnates our qi, stagnates the flow of energy. And as I said to start with, be gentle with yourself. Just go easy and do the best you can. Okay? So with that, I'll get off a little soapbox. It may be 3 hours tonight, who knows? So we're going to start with a little massage. This is it incorporates a little massage in this Qigong set also. So our 3 fingers, our middle 3 fingers, I want you to place them at the base of your skull on the corners here and rub in small circles here. Find a little tightness. We all have a little tightness here. And then when you find that tightness, pull it down to the base of your neck and then give it a nice flick and release it. So push it back up in here, gently, not too hard. Find tightness area and pull it down, just like that. I'm going to do that 5 times. You can do a little different area, do more towards the center, more towards the middle sometimes. That's 3. You should really feel this begins to, wow, move some of that tension, that tightness downwards. Helps you start to relax. Very nice. Okay, now with our hands loosely clasped behind us, we're going to reach behind us like this. And this is opening our lung channel here, our lung meridian. The top of it is right here. So we reach back, and that helps to open our lung channel. Very first part, and relax, the very first section of this Qigong set is to help open our lung channel to ensure we're breathing. Reach back like that. And relax. Now let's do that one more time. Reach back, not hard, just feel that the upper chest open. And relax. All right. Now we're going to roll our shoulders forward, alternate left and right, and now I'm going to start counting. E, San, Su, Wu, Liao, Qi, Ba, Zhou. Now go back. E, San, Su, Wu, Liao, Qi, Ba, Zhou. Now both shoulders together, forward, double time. E, San, Su, Wu, Liao, Qi, Ba, Zhou. Very nice, and relax, and go back. E, San, Su, Wu, Liao, Qi, Ba, Zhou. Very nice. Deep, smooth breaths. As we breathe through these exercises, make sure you have a full out breath. Sometimes we stop or we hesitate on our out breath and we don't breathe out enough. Deep breaths in, but also full breath out, releasing all the old energy. Very good. Now the top of our lung meridian, lung channel, the lung energy channel goes from here, flows down here. So we have three acupoints up top I want you to focus on. The upper chest here, on both sides, right in here. We're going to feel as if we have wires or strings attached here to these acupoints, and they're being pulled up from above. They're being pulled up. So we're being lifted from above. The upper chest here, and then inside the upper arm there. And then the final one is Xiaosheng. Xiaosheng is the outside of our thumb, the base of the nail, the palm side of our thumb, base of the nail. That's Xiaosheng acupoints. So we think of all these acupoints being pulled, rise into the sky, and as they breathe in, so we do upper chest, underneath the collarbone, fronts of upper arms. See how that I'm being pulled from above? And then Xiaosheng. All 4 sets of acupoints rising to the sky above. As they rise, we accept the refreshing breath. And then we let our arms drop and repeat the count. E. Very good. At the bottom, we tap the outsides of our thighs. These are Feng Shi acupoints. Feng means wind. As we tap these acupoints, helps us to dispel the residues of the old injuries and illnesses, the old breath. So we're accepting new, healthy, fresh breath in and dispelling the old breath all in one exercise. So upper chest rising, underneath the collarbone, fronts of upper arms, palm sides of thumbs, 4 sets of acupoints, 4 areas, refreshing breath. Now continue. San, Su, Wu, Liao, Qi, Ba, Zhou. Very nice. Now sway. In between each exercise, you'll see me sway a little bit. This is just to make sure we're not getting too rooted, too solid, too stuck to the earth below. Sometimes we stand in one spot, we have a tendency to get rooted. All right? Now we're going to do a little bit of flexing. We would do these gently, open it up slowly, slowly. So from the outside here, we're going to rotate around like this, and then around to the other side, very gently. E, san, su, wu, liao, chi, ba, last one, cho. Very nice. Gradually, slowly come to stillness. We don't start or stop abruptly. Everything is gentle, gradual, softly. Now this one I'm going to face the other way because I'm going to say left and right a little bit. So left hand on our hip, right arm up. We're going to look behind the left shoulder, over the left shoulder or behind. Don't turn your neck too far, just very gently. And then we're going to flex to our left just like this. Now as we're flexing here, we're opening up this whole side. Only go as far as comfortable. Again, be gentle, go easy, and then come back up. On these flexes, we're only going to do 3 on each side. Right hand on hip, left arm up, look over your right shoulder, and flex just like this. Focus your mind on your left side here. This should be a nice smooth arc from just below your hip all the way around. Nice smooth arc. Come back up, very nice. And switch. Deep breath in. Breathe out as we flex. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up and we'll switch. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come back up, last time. Very nice. Come back up. Right hand on hip, left arm up. Very nice. And come back up. Again, very gentle. Go easy on yourself. Now as we go through, I'm going to tell you sometimes where to focus your mind, so think of that part of your body. Continue to stay, to remain in the present moment and keep that mind-body connection. So now we're going to work on our hips, our pelvis area. Both hands on our hips. I want you to flex out to the left first like this. And we're going to go with our pelvis area, make a big round circle just like this. So go forward, right, and back, just like this. You really rotating or making a circle. It's kind of like you're drawing a circle with the center between legs on the earth. So here, go all the way out to the left, go all the way out front, all the way to the right, and all the way back. And this is not something where you're moving your head a lot. Your head should actually stay this way, not move forward and back. All right, let's do that 5 times around. Sun, su. One more time. Wu. Very nice. Take a break. Shake our legs out a little bit. We're going to do that same thing and go the opposite way. Now this can be a little fun. We're going to flex out to the right first and go forward and back, just like that. On the outside here, you should feel your hip kind of pressing against, almost like pressing against your skin here. This is opening up your IT bands on the outside. 3, 4, 5. Very nice. And relax. Shake out your legs. Okay, now we're going to open up our hip area, our quad. In Chinese, this is called the quad. It's your ball joint, your ball joint area here. Okay, both hands on hips. shift our weight to our left side. Extend the right foot naturally. Now you can't see my feet, but that's okay. You don't need to see the feet. Look down at your right knee. Basically draw a circle with your right knee. That same circle we did with our hips, now we're going to do with our right knee. We're going to go clockwise, so our right knee goes in and out. So we're drawing a circle with that right knee. As you do that, you should really get some sensation in that ball joint in your hip area there. Draw a circle with it. Sun, Su, Woo. Very nice. Shake out your legs. Now, shift weight to the right foot. Extend the left foot. And again, draw a circle with your knee. As big a circle as you can do it. We're going to go counterclockwise this time. Counterclockwise with your left knee. It should come natural. You'll see it's going outside first. Sun, Su, Woo. Very nice, and relax. Okay, so how did that feel? That should feel a little, I don't know, you have some feelings that you haven't had in a while, and that's just from a simple rotation of your knee, of your hip, ball joint area. Now, a lot of these, what I do, as you get more experience, I'll do sets of 9. All of them have 9. But I like to start out with 5, just to kind of see how my body reacts. And you're going to learn your body through these. You're going to really learn each part of your body, what's going on in that, how it feels, and be able to, adapt and move through it accordingly. Okay? Now, from hands up rising, let me make sure I got where I'm at here. Yep, from hands up rising, we're going to rise up in the balls of our feet and then drop down. When we drop down, I want you to feel that vibration all the way down to your bones. So we rise up, Sun, Su, Wu, Liao, Qi, Ba, Jiu. Very nice, and relax. Okay, wonderful. Now we're going to start to learn yin and yang. Yin and yang, the symbol is that black and white symbol we all know so well. There's black and white, and then white and black within the black and white. This is, yin and yang is opposites cooperating. So when we have opposites cooperating, basically what happens is we have balance. And then also vitality flows between two opposites, like terminals of electricity, positive and negative. Electricity, energy, it's positive and negative. You need the yin and yang to cooperate. If you have too much yin or too much yang, you get out of balance. So neither one is good or bad. They're all both necessary, and they should be in equal parts. So that's like how this exists in physics. The electricity, the vitality, the balancing, the cooperation of opposites, and it's also within ourselves. So we have various pieces, various parts of our body that correspond to yin and yang in the certain positions. In this first exercise with yin and yang, we're going to learn about yin palm and yang palm. Yin palm and yang palm. So we start from hands up rising. You'll hear me say that a lot, hands up rising. Basically just means, as right here, your palms are lifted. But when we do that, make sure you relax your shoulders. You'll hear me say that a lot, relax shoulders. So don't lift your arms and go like this. You're all stiff, no vitality flowing at all in your neck and your shoulders. So hands up rising, relax shoulders. Now, the first part of this, we're going to turn our right palm to face in. Yin palm is inward facing palm. Very easy to remember. Yin for in, yin for in. Left palm faces out. That's yang palm. Okay? So this is yin palm and yang palm cooperating. So imagine as if we're like holding a beach ball or something like that. Okay? You could do it like that, but it'd be a little awkward. So we start here, cooperate yin palm and yang palm. And then we're going to alternate. Left palm is yin palm, right palm is yang palm. Okay? That's what we're doing with our upper body. With our lower body, we're going to do a simple squat of the knees. Now with this squat, Do not go down too far. Only go down as far as comfortable. If you go down too far, you're going to have a hard time getting back up. You might have to sit down and roll up, stuff like that. So only go down, only squat your knees as far as comfortable. So you can just do a little squat back like this, down and up, just like that. So we'll do that at the same time. And what happens is, as we cooperate yin palm and yang palm, that helps us with our balance. Cooperating yin palm and yang palm. Okay? So I'm going to do this one at a little bit of an angle. I try to do different sides so you get different angles. Once we start the official class, and when we do the Tai Chi, I have 2 cameras. So at all times you get to see the side view and the front or behind view. So that's something we do in the regular classes as we start. Okay? So this is a squat knees exercise from hands up rising. We squat our knees, cooperate yin palm and yang palm. E, come back up, alternate. Come back up. Sun, Su, Wu, Liu, Qi, Ba, Zhou. Very nice. And relax. Okay, how was that? Hopefully you got that. These are going to be a little bit more complex as we start to go through this yin and yang. Yin and yang is something that is not in a lot of Qigong, but it's definitely in every part of our Tai Chi form. So it's a little bit of complexity, so we're starting to challenge ourselves a little bit to learn this and to stay in the moment and not get distracted. So, talking about yin and yang being opposites. We have 3 pairs of opposites in our body. In this Qigong set, we're going to go through 2 pairs. The first pair is our hands and feet. So as with our right palm and left palm cooperated, that's one version of yin yang, left and right. Another opposite is hands and feet. So our hand and foot cooperates. And it's the opposite. A right hand cooperates with left foot. Left hand cooperates with right foot. So this one, I'm going to turn around and face the other way. This is another one where we do left and right. And I'm zoom in a little bit. You don't have to see my feet per se in this. I'll talk you through it. Maybe during the class I might zoom out a little bit. So with our left hand, with your left palm here, imagine as if you're picking up like a 5-gallon bucket of water or like a heavy weight. So you're going to close the left palm. We're closing the left palm. Now what cooperates with left palm is the right foot. Left palm and right foot cooperate. So we close the left palm. We want to do the same thing. We want to close the right foot. But the foot's on the ground, so we've got to draw back a little bit and close with the right foot. Just like that. And then open the left hand and set down the right foot. Just like that. And then the opposite, right hand, left foot, close and open. Just like that. Okay. One word of caution as we go through this. Doing this further does not mean it's a better or more powerful exercise. So if you're a bit unbalanced, do not try to get really high with your foot or close, really, really dramatically. That doesn't increase the power of this exercise. The power of the exercise increases as we're able to focus on these areas with our mind and do them in the right time and with the proper motions, okay? So don't worry about how high your feet get up, okay? Just to do a simple close, even just like this, even if you can just barely lift it and close. When you close with your feet, take your toes and close, grip with your toes, just like you're picking up something, maybe a stick with your foot. You're gonna do the same thing with your foot, with your hands and your feet. Okay, one last tip. As we go through here, we want to keep our spine straight, the spine straight up and down. So what I don't want to see is like this, left and right. So your spine is going waddle, waddle, wobble, wobble. Our spine needs to stay straight. So what happens is as we move through this, you'll see your spine shifts left and right. That's to shift our weight. and help us. So I'm going to go one time through here, show you again. Close left hand, draw back and close the right foot. See how my spine shifted a little to the left? Open the left hand, set down the right foot. Then we shift our weight to the other side. Close the right hand, draw back and close the left foot. Open the right hand, set down the left foot. Okay, just like that. All right, you got that? Let's see what we can do. Again, be gentle with yourself. I'm going to go a little slow, but I can't go too slow because then you got to stand on one leg for longer. All these yin-yang exercises, I start with left hand or left arm and right leg. So we'll start with left hand and right foot. And begin. E, alternate, sun, su, wu, liu, qi, ba, jiu. Very nice and relaxed. How was that? All right, now we're going to challenge you a little more. We're going to add a second pair. The second pair is elbows and knees, elbows and knees. So our hands and feet cooperate. The second pair is elbows and knees. The third pair, which we'll get into next week, is shoulders and hips. That's even more complex, but we'll add a little bit at a time. So this exercise, we're imagining as if we're climbing a ladder. This is climbing the ladder exercise. So we start from hands up rising. We're going to grab onto the ladder with the left hand. What cooperates with left hand, right foot. So we loosen the right foot. Grab on with your left, loosen your right foot. Then we're going to pull ourselves up on that ladder. What happens? Notice what happens as we do that. The left elbow sinks. Left elbow sinks. What's cooperating with left elbow? Left elbow, right knee. Left elbow, right knee. So as our left elbow sinks, our right knee rises. And then open the left hand and set down the right foot. Same thing other side. Right hand, left foot. Right elbow sinks. Left knee rises. Open the right hand and set down the left foot. Okay, relax. Deep breath. All right, I'm going to slow down a little bit here. You'll see sometimes as I go through this Qigong, my vitality starts to get up and you'll see me kind of start to get a little quick. So I have to remember to calm myself. This is generating vitality. This is really, it's an energetic thing. So you'll notice sometimes that I'll get a little faster and need to slow myself, especially since I haven't taught this in several months. So anyways, as we go through this, be very gentle. And as I said with the other one, there's no need to get super high. That doesn't mean you're doing it better or it's more powerful. It's the timing and our connection of mind and body. So just very gently, just go up a little bit, whatever you're comfortable with. What we don't want to do is push it too far. If we push it too far, we're going to injure ourselves and then we're worse than when we started. In all my classes, and every week, every session you have, you should feel better when you finished than when you began. This is not something where we're like really hurting, really powering through things and pushing our muscles to the max. And we're exhausted, we rest a day and do it all over again. Now, there is a time and place for that, but this is not what we're about here. You should always feel better at the end than when you started. So go gently, go easy. Don't do too much. The Tai Chi classics say doing too much is the same as doing too little. Okay, so find that balance, find that middle ground. Okay, so climbing the ladder exercise, we're going to start with left arm, left arm and right leg. And begin. E, alternate, sun, su, wu, liu, qi, ba, jiu. Very nice and relax. All right, how was that? Now, don't worry if you didn't get that your first time through. Almost nobody does. Okay? This is something that, the opposite cooperating, this balance thing, it takes time. It takes time to learn. Now, this is all natural movements. This is how we should move. So it's not as if we're learning new skills. We're getting rid of old habits. We're ridding ourselves of old habits, the way we move unnaturally. So we're returning, we're reducing, okay? So just don't be hard on yourself. This takes time, and just be very gentle, okay? So now I'm gonna make sure I got, Okay, so we're gonna go through the Qigong massage now. Qigong massage is where we're going to go through and massage certain areas. This is to get rid of tension. This is really with our hands and our mind. We're going to touch all different areas of our body. Okay? So put your hands together. Rub them till we have some heat. We want to generate some heat with our palms. Very nice. Rub them together, generate some heat. And then very gently place these on your eyes. Feel the warmth on your eyes. Feel that warmth loosen any tension, any tightness in your eyes. Don't rub them, just very gently. We place them on your eye sockets around the eyes, not the eyeballs. Hands back together. All right. Around the eye sockets, the bones around your eyes, that's what we're touching here. Feel the warmth across your whole eyes. That warmth softens the muscles, loosens any tension. Very good. Now, release your palms a little bit. Now we're going to rub 2 fingers down the outsides of our nose, down across the upper lip, and then the base of palm. We want to massage back of your jaw here, kind of like in this area where our jaw comes together. Massage that with the base of palm. Very nice. Palms back together. Generate some nice warmth. All right, now let's press them on our ears. Feel the warmth in your ears. Now with your thumb or forefinger, really massage your ears, your earlobes, all around. Feel all around. Really massage that area. Very nice. Now we'll start on the forehead here with our scalpel massage. Your scalp, the front of your forehead and your scalp, and then rub your hair. You can either massage with your fingers or your fingernails are very nice. We want to touch all parts of our scalp. Really feel that we're connecting to every part of our body here. Very nice. Now, with your right hand, reach behind the left side of your neck at the base of your skull, down to the base of your neck, this area in here. Massage this area from base of skull down to the base of neck, all this area. Find your tension and massage it. We all have tension in here. Even after practicing Tai Chi 20 years, I still get tension in here. Now with your left hand on the right side, from the base of your skull down to the base of your neck. Massage. Very nice. Now we're going to do from the base of your neck out to your shoulder. All this in here, all this area in here. Massage, squeeze. Not too hard. Just want to release some tension. You can swing your arm a little bit if you want. Just want to loosen this up. Now your left hand on your right arm. Swing a little bit. Very nice. From the base of your neck out to your shoulder. Really feel this. You're learning, you're figuring out what's going on in your body. Our mind and body have become disconnected. A lot of us have no idea what's going on in our body. This is reintroducing ourselves to our body. Now, from this point, we're going to smack, very tap with our hands. Tap like this, go from your shoulder down to your hand. 3 times on this side. 3 times up and down this side, and then the bottom side. 3 times down and up. 1 more. Very nice. Same left on the right side. 3 times down and up. And the bottom side. Very nice. Now we're going to go down the front. Sorry if I hit my mic there. Down the abdomen, the fronts of your legs. All right. Now hollow fists up the back of your legs, gently around the kidneys. 1 time on each side, 3 times over each shoulder. Very nice. All right, now let's go one more time through. We're just going to do 1 all through this time. Top and bottom, top and bottom. Very nice. Down the front. Hollow fists up the back. Very nice. 1 time on the side, 3 times over each back. Very nice. All right. Now we're going to finish this Qigong set. My tongue's nice and relaxed by shaking and vibrating. This is going to help to blend all this healing vitality throughout. The individual Qigong exercises stimulated vitality in individual parts. The shake and vibrate is designed to really blend that healing vitality throughout. So nice and relaxed. Start with just your legs. Shake and vibrate your legs, just like this. Just bring your knees a little bit, flex your knees. Just shake and vibrate with your legs. Yi, san, su, wu, liao, qi, ba, zhou. Now keep the legs going, add your arms. Yi, nice and loose. Shake and vibrate. San, su, wu, liao, qi, ba, zhou. Slowly, gradually come to stillness. Now notice this healthy tingling sensation. Woo! This tingling, this vibration, this is our vitality, this is qi. We feel that flowing from head to toe, inside and out, forward and back, left and right. Feel that vitality throughout. Healthy, positive energy flowing through all of our systems, all of our acupoints, all of our energy channels. A nice deep breath. Very nice. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I hope you liked that portion. I hope you liked that Qigong set. As I said, it's every part of your body from head to toe. There are a few other exercises we'll add as we go through the class, but that's our general set from head to toe. Really feeling, really connecting to every part of our body and moving it in ways which help us to connect to the body. And they're loosening up things, loosening up our tight areas. And as I keep saying, it's connecting our mind and body. We get so distracted, we get so busy. I equate it to kind of like sometimes we go to a gym, we run on the treadmill and we put headphones on and watch the news. So we're distracted, our mind is separated, disconnected from our body. We have no idea what's going on. So we have no connection to our body, and we can't feel, we can't understand, we don't know when it's out of balance, when we have some issues arising. So through these exercises, we're going to learn to connect to all of our body and then be more mindful, so we really see what's going on, so we can, nip things in the bud before they become serious chronic issues. And then if we have those chronic issues, we're going to explore them and learn how we can move through them and help to reduce the inflammation, reduce the tension, and all that. Okay? So with that, I'm going to take another 5-minute break. So get yourself a sip of water, use a bathroom if you need to. I think I have to charge my microphone a little bit. I think I have an 1.5-hour charge on this, so it's kind of pushing it now. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break and get a sip of water myself, and then we'll resume. We're going to resume with the Tai Chi, the preliminary skills. This is pushing hands. This is kind of like the highlight of the night, where we bring everything together and challenge ourselves even more to stay in the present moment and do some complex movements. They're the most basic of the Tai Chi, but it really incorporates the mental framework that we've had so far and the yin and yang framework all into one package. It's a wonderful set. So anyways, with that, I'll see you again in 5 minutes. All right. Namaste. 5 minutes. All right. Hope you get a nice little break there. Got a sip of water, use a bathroom. Now let's get back into a nice little centered place. Now, as we move into our, excuse me, Tai Chi portion, I'm going to share another piece of sacred text from the Tao Te Ching. This is another quite powerful one, and I think very apropos of the Tai Chi. This is verse 68. This is the Jonathan Starr translation. As I move into the actual class, I'll be diving more into what translations are what and some more of the history of the Tao. So this is verse 68. The best warrior leads without haste, fights without anger, overcomes without confrontation. He puts himself below and brings out the highest in his men. This is the virtue of not confronting, the virtue of working with the abilities that you have, of complying with the laws of heaven. This is the ancient path that leads to perfection. So what this is trying to tell us, what this is trying to say is, as we move through the Tai Chi form, as we learn to practice these skills, we do so with the abilities that we have. We don't force things. We don't try to overcome things through strength. We lead without haste. We don't rush through the form. But also we don't hesitate. Somewhere between rushing and hesitating is the proper tempo. We work with the abilities you have and comply with the laws of heaven, the laws of nature, the laws of Tao. As we move through this Tai Chi form, you're going to start to understand natural movement. Again, this is not, the hardest part about this is we're unlearning bad habits. It's not that we're learning how to move, we're learning how to move naturally, efficiently. This is how we were born to move. You'll see little children, they'll move this way, very fluidly. This is a natural way to move. As we progress in life, as we age, as we have a certain vocation, a certain work, we sitting all day or standing all day waiting tables or whatever we're doing, we develop bad habits. So this Tai Chi, this movements help us to rid ourselves of those bad habits and move through life, move through various things more naturally. So in our Tai Chi portion of the night, I'm going to go through, there are 3 preliminary skills. We're going to go through one skill tonight on both sides, right and left side. Preliminary skills are like pushing hands. If you've ever seen any Tai Chi with 2 people, they're usually doing pushing hands. Sometimes that's said as sticky hands too. It's another interesting translation of the word, pushing hands. So this is the most basic form of Tai Chi that there is. It's the most basic, the most fundamental skill. Now, just because this is basic and fundamental doesn't have A lot of crazy stuff. Do not underestimate the power contained within these preliminary skills. If this is all you ever do, these three, the one which I'm showing you tonight, you can reach a very high level mentally, physically, and spiritually in these arts. So don't underestimate the power of these more simple movements. And as with all the rest of them, be gentle on yourself. Be easy, go slowly, and follow along and do the best you can. You can do this. Anybody can do this. It takes a little time sometimes just to understand. So just follow along, do the best you can. I am going to start this one going away diagonally here, because there is right and left. So if I go straight, you won't be able to see. So I'm going to go this way. This one is my right hand. Hopefully it's not backwards on Facebook or something. This is my right hand. Okay? One little piece I want to go through is a primary step. This is how far we step with our foot. There's many pieces to this that I get more in depth, but in this introduction tonight, I want to go through how far and how wide we step. And again, you won't be able to see my feet, but listen. So let's shift our weight to our left foot. Now our weight is on our left foot. So get nice and comfortable with your weight on your left foot. Now with your right foot, put your right heel in front of your left toe. So your right heel is in front of your left big toe. Now look down and see where your right big toe is. Move your right heel there. So basically what we've done is we've gone up 1 foot's length. Now rotate your foot to the right. Rotate your right foot to the right 90 degrees. Notice where your right big toe is there. Move your right heel there. So basically your right heel is 1 foot forward and 1 foot wide. Okay? Bring it back like this. Okay? So that's our natural gait. Everybody's natural gait is 1 foot's length and width. So I'll show you here, since in a class I have 2 cameras, easier to see. So this is your left foot. You put your right foot in front of it and notice where your big toe is. You move your right heel there and then rotate it to the right. Right big toe, move it there, just like that. So your feet are 1 foot forward and 1 foot wide, just like that. Okay? So that's your natural gait. As we move through this form, whenever we step, we're stepping with that 1 by 1 step. You'll hear me say 1 by 1 step. That's what I mean by 1 by 1 step. Okay? All right. Now we're going to do a little posture preparation to center ourselves. Nice deep breath. Very nice. Now, relax your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. Loosen your hips, your knees, and your ankles. Loosen your legs, hips, knees, and ankles. Now withdraw the abdomen softly. Lengthen the lower back. Knees flex naturally. Center between legs cooperates with the earth below. Let's review those again. Withdraw the abdomen softly. Loosen the lower back. Flex the knees. Center between legs cooperates with the earth below. Meanwhile, top center of head, Bai Hui acupoint, we learned about these 2 points earlier. Bai Hui acupoint ascends to the sky above and suspended from the sky above. So we have top center of head going up, center between legs going down. Spine is long and healthy. Because we're suspended from the top, underneath our feet feels a little lighter. Very nice. Nice smooth breath. Shake out your arms if you're a little tight. Don't get tight. Relax. Very nice. Now, our right elbow is going to sink. Right elbow goes down. Notice when your right elbow goes down, that provides an impetus for your right palm to rise. So we're causing a rise, a lift of the right palm by the right elbow going down. Another instance of opposite. Sometimes we go the opposite way. initially to go the opposite way eventually. So the right elbow sinks, right palm rises to yin palm. Yin palm facing in, remember that? Yin palm facing in. Now the right Xiao Sheng point here is lined up with the tip of nose, just like this. Our right palm is a little more than 45 degrees facing in. So our right palm is yin palm. So what does that mean our left palm is? Left palm is yang palm, facing away or down. Away or down is yang palm. So our left palm rotates around the left thumb. Our left palm faces down. Right palm yin palm, left palm yang palm. Now imagine that left palm is like resting on a table here that loosens the right foot. With our right foot loose, soft, we can step forward one by one step. Just like that. Toes, right toes are to the sky, right heel on the earth. Now look at your right palm. Your right palm falls to your left shoulder. Left shoulder rises just a little to meet your right palm. So your right palm is now resting on your left shoulder. We're going to press down with the left palm and stretch up the right toes. So we're doing that at the same time. Press down with the left palm, stretch up with the right toes. Notice what that does. That creates an impetus. Notice our body is rotating now from left to right. So we press with the left palm, the right toes stretch, and we let the right palm fall across our chest. This motion is done by letting go. Right palm goes all the way around till it faces out. Now we're going to shift our weight from left foot to right foot. Our weight is on our left foot now. Pick up your right foot just to make sure that your weight's on your left foot. Now, as we shift our weight, we do so mindfully, deliberately. We never do anything in this class, in our form, fast or mindlessly, very deliberately and mindfully. And we have a process to help you with this. So we think of the left palm, the right foot sets down. Left elbow sinks, the right knee curves. Left elbow is now seeking the right knee. And then left shoulder cooperates with the right hip. And at the end, left palm cooperates with the right foot. Now our weight is fully shifted to the right. We have nose, knee, and toe in alignment on this right side. Now we're going to look first to the side of the room, and the right palm follows to the side. Look forward to the front corner of the room. The right palm follows to the front corner. We look to the front of the room, and the right palm follows to the front. Very nice. Now in this position, this is the very front of the circle. Let's check our alignments here to make sure we're balanced and strong and stable. Left arm cooperates with the left leg. Very strong here. Both those are strong. Right arm and left leg are light. So our weight's on our right foot. Left arm seeking our right leg. Strong and stable. We could barely be toppled or pushed over here. We're in a very strong position. Okay? Now, we're going to go to the back half of the circle. We're going to shift our weight back. To do so, the very first thing we do is flex the left knee. Flexing the left knee, feel that? When you flex that left knee, you feel your waist is starting to fall back on its own. So flex the left knee, withdraw your abdomen, and your center between legs seeks your left heel like this. And then your right palm falls to your left shoulder. Resting on the left shoulder, lean on the left palm, stretch up the right toes. The right palm falls across. In this position here, the weight's on our left leg. Pick up your right foot just to make sure. No cheating on me here. Very good. Now let's shift our weight. Left arm seeks our right leg. Look first to the side, to the corner, and to the front. Very nice. This is horizontal circle. So there's 4 steps here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice big round circle with the right palm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause at the front. Now, each one of these has a martial application. This circle, there's 4 martial applications within this one circle. Okay? The first part, 1, is withdrawal. 2 is deflect. 3 is advance. 4 is push. Withdraw, deflect, advance, and push. One more time around. Withdraw, deflect, advance, and push. Very good. Pause at the front. Now we're going to switch hands. Now, pause for just 1 second. I'm going to back up a little bit. We're going to switch hands. Now that you got that side down, we're going to challenge you again. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. Now, to change our hands, we sink the left elbow. The left palm comes underneath the right arm, and left palm replaces right palm. Left palm is yin palm right now. Right palm is yang palm facing away. Weights on our right foot here. We're going to lean on this right palm so we can step forward one by one step. Now we started the advance, so we continue the advance. Shift our weight to our left foot. Look first and press. Now we're fully on the other side. We're going to do the horizontal circle with our left palm leading. This is single hand pushing hands. So we have 1, left palm to right shoulder, flex the right knee, our waist falls back to our right foot. Left palm rests on your right shoulder. This is the same thing just on the other side. Lean on the right palm, stretch up the left toes. Lean on the right palm, stretch up the left toes. You feel that. You do that both simultaneously. You feel that rotation happening. And then you just let your left palm fall across. This motion is done by forgetting. Sometimes we move by remembering, sometimes by forgetting. Shift our weight, right arm to left leg. Look first to the side, to the corner, and to the front. Very nice. Smooth and round, nice and slow. 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Smooth and round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember the martial applications. This is withdrawal, deflect, advance, and push. Withdraw, deflect, advance, and push. Smooth and round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause at the front. Very, very nice. You guys did great. Now we're going to change hands again. Whenever we finish an exercise, we always return to where we started. Okay? So we're going to sink the right elbow. The right palm comes up to replace left. Withdraw our waist. Withdrawing step. Very nice. Withdraw our waist again. Now we're back where we started. Loosen our left arm. Draw in the right foot. Right palm descends mindfully, carefully, watchfully. We're always watching our opponent as we desist. Very nice. Now sway left and right. The feeling of movement becomes actual movement. Then we walk in place. Very nice. Ankles and knees light and lively. Now I want you to walk around at home. Ankles and knees light and lively. This is very important that we refresh our legs after deliberate practice. That's deliberate practice. Deliberate practice can be quite taxing on us physically. Make sure we refresh our legs. If you're in a tight space at home, do a figure 8. It helps prevent you from getting dizzy. If I walked around in a circle here, a tight circle, I'd get dizzy quite quick. So you'll notice I'm doing like a figure 8. So ankles and knees light and lively. Ankles and knees seeking the sky above. This helps to refresh our legs after deliberate taxing practice. And then return to your spot. Very good. Shake out your legs, your arms a little bit. Nice, smooth breath. All right, very nice. That was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So that is a general introduction as to what goes on in our classes at Palm Beach Tai Chi. So before I go tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit about the course, the format, the pricing and stuff like that. First of all, thank you so much if you made it this far. I humbly appreciate you watching and sticking with me this far. And perhaps you want to join the class with me. So what I've done is I have on my website, I have courses from the last 10 years, actually over 10 years, but mostly the last 10 years are all the courses. I have about 10 courses on my website. That's excluding the new stuff that I'm going to be doing this session. This class, Tai Chi Divine Studies, it will be once a week on Wednesday night. We'll have a class just like this with meditation, Qigong, and Tai Chi. It will be anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. We're going to go through things a little quicker sometimes, but I would say it'll average be an hour and a half. That's every Wednesday night. Now, along with that, another day of the week, we're going to do a meditation only class. Now, this class, I don't have a set time or day for that yet. We're going to see how what's best for the students. Wednesday night at 7 is going to be our Tai Chi class with everything. The other class is going to be once a week, solely meditation, and it's going to explore the Tao Te Ching and other sacred texts. That is really the piece which, it deals with it's not really, that helps us to contemplate the divine portion of these studies. That's the format going forward. Now, you get all this for an incredibly low price of $39 a month. Before I had classes like this, I was charging a couple $100 for one class, and then so much for this course and so much for that course, and it got to be really complex. It's too convoluted, and plus I want to help as many people as possible. So you get access to all this for $39 a month. You get all the courses, you get the new class. The new class is going to go, the session is going to be 8 to 10 weeks. I have it mapped out for 8 weeks right now, so 2 months. But I'm open to expanding that. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you're with me since the beginning, I'm trying to let this grow organically, allow us to have some inspiration and see where it leads. So it's going to be a minimum of 8 weeks. It could be 10, maybe 12 weeks. We'll see how it goes. A lot of it will depend on how the meditation classes go and how we do with that. If you ever miss a class, everything is recorded. You can watch it anytime. There's a link below this. If you're on my website, there's a link below this which goes to the details of the new session, this new Tai Chi Divine Studies. I'll also post it on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook, or just go to my website, palmbeachtaichi.com, and you'll see all the details. You can get that, you can access that right now. It'll be open for, I think, 2 weeks. I'm gonna open for enrollment for 2 weeks, so starting today, next week is our first class. I'll leave it open for like a week after that. But then after that, I'll shut it down and close up until the next quarter. So anyways, I hope that makes sense. I hope I didn't forget anything. Again, I truly appreciate you all coming out. It's my humble honor, my pleasure to bring these teachings to you. And again, know that these are very powerful teachings, and I am ready for an exciting and an amazing 2021 and all that she has to offer. So until next time, thanks again. Namaste.